Welcome to iPadel's podcast, third episode.
Welcome, guys. My name's Kristian Lofts.
And my name is Massimiliano Bottoni. Today, we're going to interview Kristian since he started playing Padel.
All right. Under pressure now.
Ready?
Yes.
Give you back what you did to me on the second episode.
Sure. Bring it on.
How'd you find out about Padel?
So I was introduced by our mutual friend, Carlo. He introduced me to the sport. I came down, I played a game with him and fell in love with the sport. Very similar to tennis. Just the feeling on the racket, on the paddle was great. So that was basically that story, how I found paddle.
What do you think about Padel? Which we need to make sure we pronounce it right. Padel. Otherwise, we're going to get bombed from the Padel community.
It's a great sport, great game. There's a lot of strategy involved. You have to be fit. You have to have good communication with your partner. So these are all things that I enjoy about the game. And I just want to keep growing as a player and getting better each day.
I know you since you start playing. What do you think about the community and the social connection with Padel?
I've had 20 years of experience playing tennis, playing tournaments. And to answer this question, I'm basing it off my tennis experience where there is some community in tennis, but it's not as strong as Padel. And I think the Padel community is very welcoming. Everyone is willing to have a chat with you after the game. How did you play? They're willing to have a coffee or some food with you. And that's the big difference about tennis is hyper competitive. Everyone just wants to win and that's it. No one wants to have a beer after so that's one of the aspects that I enjoy about Padel. The community, making new friends.
Have you ever had an argument with some players while you were playing Padel?
I guess I'm not a confrontational person. So it's probably not in my personality to have an argument with someone on the court. But let me re-answer that question. I've told people that I don't want to play with them anymore. That's probably the closest is to an argument. I've told one of my partners that I don't want to play with them anymore. And I guess that's the nature of the game. No hard feelings, nothing personal. No arguments on the court. I'll give you a story in tennis. I was playing a tournament one time and I was playing a 16-year-old kid. I think I was 21 or 22 at the time. And it was a tournament, a serious match. And there was one point that I said it was out and he thought it was in. And then on the change of ends, we went to change ends and he spat at me. And then when the match finished, I wanted to punch him. I wanted to hit him. And then the referee came and then I got in trouble from the referee. So I'm not like that anymore. Maybe when I was younger, I was like that. But now, more calm, more relaxed. Try to be, at least.
Do you think when you versus another pair in the court, they cheat for scoring?
People are competitive. And I think they don't consciously know they're cheating. But they may see a line call, some very close call, and in their mind, they believe this is out or this is in. But because they're so blind, they just want to win so much that maybe they're not cheating on purpose, but they're cheating because they want to win so much that they're blind.
I'm going to ask you a really tough question now. How you feel when you play a competitive match, you lose just for a point. So close and then you lose to the tie break.
Oh, it's devastating. It's not a good feeling, but life goes on and you learn from your losses and you cry over. You can't be a baby. You just have to get on with life. Life continues.
As a iPadel trainer, what's your routine? Send a message to, your students. What's the best way to start a game? What to do? Tell them the warm-up part of the game, during the game. What's your suggestion? We interviewed him, but what's your thought on that part?
Yeah, if you're playing a competitive game, tournament game, your game actually starts well before the game starts. And what I mean by that is the mental aspect. What shots are you going to play? You need to visualize yourself playing the shots before you're playing the match. You need to dream about the match. You need to live the match before you're playing the match. And what this will do is it will help strengthen your mind when you're in the court. You need to have and full belief of your skill set. And you can only do that if you train hard, you train intense. And a lot of my students, some of my students, well, one of my students, I'm not going to name names, actually refuses to work with me now, but that's another story because I've pushed them too hard. But I think if you want to be a competition player, you train how you play. If you train very lazy, you don't put in the effort 100%, you're going to play like that. So I really take training seriously and put 100% in all my practice matches or everything.
It's happened to me, and I would like to see if this is happened to you. And it's probably a stupid things to say, but it happened to me, and it's a funny thing to do. Has ever happened to you, competition game, and on the day, just before you got up from the bed, you were dreaming about that you slept in and you missed the competition?
Oh, yeah, that's happened to me before, yeah. I think it's like a subconscious part of your brain. Your brain's telling you, be ready. So it's like sending you signals for everything to work.
Do you think that signal is because you love that too much and that's why it's happened, or it just happened?
Oh, absolutely. Things happen for a reason. I think subconscious is it's unknown, right? With this, we can talk about this for a long time, but as humans, we don't know exactly what our subconscious is, but something's there and it's giving us purpose, passion, something deeper in life, and things happen for a reason.
What's your ambition with paddle?
My ambition is I want to be the number one player in Australia, and I know that we had Tim Brown on previously, but you know, these are big ambitions, and after playing Nordic, I've realized the weaknesses in my game and what I need to do to improve, the level of training and intensity that I need to work at. Yeah, this is my goal.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I know it's a similar question. Those podcasts are important also for the future because you can look back and you may see yourself saying those things, and maybe you'll be able to attract those things towards you by manifesting. And
I love coaching, I love playing, I love the game in general. I just want to keep growing. And as I said, I know that's very highly ambitious to get number one, and it obviously take a lot of work, but that's what I want to do.
I had to share that in 6 months, I think you've been playing paddle 5 months right now. I saw you growing a lot. I saw your growth in paddle. I loved it. I love watching you. I love being next to you. I love your personality. I love making jokes with you. But another question I would like to ask is, how you felt when you won the category B in tribe? I know it's a category B, but still, how you felt when you won that tournament? It's because you were at the very beginning. It was the beginning of your venture in paddle. So did it give you a hope? It made you think? Tell us.
I think maybe it's dangerous for me because maybe it's giving me overconfidence, because I realize now the glass is my biggest weakness and I have so much work to do on the glass. So winning the tournament may have been a bit of a boost to my ego, but I'm not actually working. I'm not being disciplined and I'm not working on my weakness. And if you win, you keep winning, you don't learn anything. So I think it feels good in the moment, but it's not helping me grow. So I think I need to address all my weaknesses in my game and turn them into strengths.
When Tim Brown on the first episode, he mentioned play paddle against tennis player, which your background is tennis player. How did you feel when he said play with the glass and you're gonna beat tennis player? Did made something moving in your mind, thinking more about the glass? What happened?
I 100% agree. The glass, you have to be a scientist to understand the glass because the speed, the bounce, the spin, there's different techniques. 360, is it a double glass? Is it a back wall? And you look at Premier Padel, how many times they defend off the glass, they leave the ball. My bad habit in tennis is you want to hit the ball before it bounces, but in paddle you have to learn to leave the ball, hit the glass. So I 100% agree with Tim. There's a reason he's number one. He knows these things. And
because of that, from now on, you really want to work on the glass and make sure you're going to learn the glass more. What are you going to do? Tell us, how are you going to go with trying to get the glass right on your games?
I have to spend time, even if it's by myself or if it's with a training partner, just drilling martial arts. There's a famous quote by Bruce Lee, and he says, "Fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks, but fear the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, or the same kick 10,000 times." So it's like saying you practice the same thing over, and then you'll become a master at that one thing. So yeah, I have to master the glass. I have to become a master of that, which means a lot of repetition. Because when you're in the match, you don't understand what's happening. But if you practice so much, it's automatic. And for me, it's not automatic at the moment. I'm still thinking. I want it to be automatic. Yeah.
We got deep with Kristian Lofts. We got him a little bit emotional. We're going to give him 5 minutes rest, and then we're going to go to the 5 tips for paddle from Kristian Lofts. Welcome back to iPadel's podcast. We had this 5 minutes break. How do you feel with those 5 minutes break? Feel better?
Recharged, recovered. Yeah. I feel like I've played a match.
Very emotional, and yeah, I actually loved it. All right, so now we're going to get to those 5 tips for players. What's your 5 tips?
Choose one side and master one side instead of always switching. Use the glass. The glass is your friend.
3.
Tip number 3, work with your partner. Make sure you communicate well. Mine, yours. Make sure you practice your shot, your vibra, your smash. You can't just play matches. You need to go out and practice individual, practice the shot. Get enough sleep, 8 hours, 7 hours, however many hours, get enough sleep. And that's my 5 tips.
Taking others on those 5 tips from Kristian Lofts. Now we're going to do 10 quick questions, and I need 10 quick answers. Are you ready?
Yep.
How long have you been playing paddle?
1 year.
What's your favorite shot?
Vibra.
You prefer single or double?
Singles. No, doubles. Sorry.
What's your key strength?
Never give up.
Which hand do you prefer to play with? Right or left?
I'm a left-handed, so right.
What's your biggest achievement in paddle?
Being a coach.
The category being tribe. That's the biggest winning you get. That's the biggest winning you got. What's your go-to strategy on the court?
Don't miss. Keep making balls.
How often do you train?
6 days a week.
What's your favorite club?
Is this a trick question or say Docklands? Yeah. No. Of course. I don't even need to answer that question. I don't think I need iPadel, of course.
I'm not getting offended. That's it. We run through the 10 questions. No offense to anyone. I love Docklands club. I love all the clubs. That was a tricky question, but there is a saying, the first things that comes out of your mouth is the truth. So maybe Dockland is the better club for Kristian. We're not sure, but I'll leave it now. After 6 months being open, I got to meet almost everyone. It's an amazing family, I would say. Everyone is pushing the sport. They're all lovely people. I'm going to say hi to everyone, and I will see you, hopefully soon at iPadel for the Masters. And if someone can make it, I will understand. We all have a busy life. That was all for iPadel podcast 3rd episode. with Kristian Lofts and Massimiliano Bottoni. Anything you want to add?
It's been a pleasure, Mas, and that's all.
Thank you to everyone. Please don't forget to click the button follow. So if you still want to watch us and be informed about Padel from iPadel's, make sure you click the button below and follow so we can keep this alive.
That's it. Thanks, guys.
See ya.